the biggest deal following Celtic all summer is Matt O'Reilly, and it does seem more likely than not at this point that he may be set to stay. Is there some potential late drama in the window where he could go to a Premier League club, or do you think he will stay with Celtic?
I think it's going to be hard for Celtic to keep him. There is a lot of interest in Matt O'Reilly. They've had a couple of bids from Atalanta, which they have rejected. Celtic are holding out for top money for Matt O'Reilly, which you can fully understand and which they're entitled to do. He's on a long-term contract at Celtic Park, but I just feel that if a big money offer, £25 million plus comes, Celtic are probably going to find that very hard to reject, and I'm sure the player himself could be interested in a move away to the Premier League if the right offer does come along as well. So although we're into the final few weeks of the transfer window, I still expect more clubs maybe to make offers for O'Reilly between now and the end of the window.
For sure, and they have been interested in bringing back Adam Ida, who was on loan last year with Celtic, talking to Norwich City about bringing him in as potential backup for their striker position. Do you think that's a likely move for them to just get in a little bit more of attacking reinforcement?
Yeah, he's been a top target for Celtic throughout the summer, following his successful loan spell from Norwich City last season. The two clubs have been talking throughout the summer to try and strike a deal for Ida, but so far Celtic haven't been able to meet Norwich's valuation for the Republic of Ireland international. But I'm sure Celtic are pretty hopeful that they can get a deal over the line for Ida, because he is Brendan Rodgers' number one target, and the player himself is keen to return to Celtic Park this summer as well, and become a permanent member of the team after a successful loan as well.
And there are two players who have been linked pretty heavily with both Celtic and Rangers. That's Hannibal Mejbri of Manchester United and, of course, Liam Cooper, who is leaving Leeds. Do you find that either of these players may make moves over to Scotland, or they'll look to keep their futures in England?
Yeah, obviously Hannibal is a player who does seem surplus to requirements at Manchester United. Had a spell on loan at Sevilla last season, which didn't really work out for him. So I'm sure United, if they got a decent offer for the midfielder, they would be open to letting them leave. Celtic and Rangers would be attractive options, I think, for the player, as they can offer European football and obviously two huge clubs. But it might come down to the price tag, and it does seem Rangers are struggling to get near what Manchester United are looking for him. So maybe that might open the door for Celtic. Liam Cooper is again a good free agent in this transfer market right now. He's left Leeds United and a Scotland international, so no surprise that potentially he is attracting interest from both clubs as well, as they are both looking to bring in centre backs before the close of the window as well.
For sure. And lastly, with Rangers, they've been linked with a loan move from a Chelsea Academy starlet, Leo Castledine. Do you think that makes sense to them? Obviously, the money is very tight with them. They've got the stadium renovations going on and some unrest between the fans and the owner in terms of how sales and incomings are going.
Yeah, obviously he's a very highly rated young player, Leo Castledine. My understanding is that Rangers made an approach to decide to try and take the midfielder on loan with an option, but Chelsea have rejected that because they don't want to include any loan in it. They see Castledine potentially having a future at Chelsea, so it's whether Rangers will maybe change and just try and do a straight loan, or maybe that's something that they won't consider as well. But right now Chelsea aren't entertaining any loans with options, and maybe they'll have to restructure any potential deal for that to happen. But there is other clubs also in England and Scotland interested in Castledine, so it's not going to be a straightforward one for Rangers, having had that first offer rejected.